You tapping in on this UFC 300 card real quick to go ahead and run through these fights one last time before this epic event begins. You understand what I'm saying to you? With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into it. First fight of the night is Cody versus Figgy. I highly recommend it that nobody bet nor parlay on this fight, and I hope that nobody bet nor parlay on this fight. Not only for the fact that it's the first fight of the night, and I don't recommend that, but also for the fact that there's too many questions on this fight, and I don't recommend betting or parlaying where there's too many question marks on a fight, on either side or on both sides. Now, with that being said, I don't see Figgy justifying this minus 320 money line against Cody in any way, shape, form, or fashion in the fight. Could he justify it by knocking out Cody inside the first 90 seconds or knocking him out at any point in time in the fight and rendering him completely unconscious? I don't think so. Not right now. Not this Cody Garbrandt. Maybe 2 years ago, but not this Cody Garbrandt. The Cody Garbrandt that fully understands that his durability and his chin are no longer there the way they once were. The Cody Garbrandt that approaches fights more methodically now with mediocre volume on the feet, not so much motherfucking jibber jabber out the mouth and mixing in his wrestling, which his wrestling is not to be slept on. That's the Cody Garbrandt that we have right now. We don't have that Cody Garbrandt that comes in with a higher volume, a louder fucking mouth with more to say, you understand what I'm saying to you, and approaching the fight with reckless abandonment. That's not the Cody that we have tonight. If that was the Cody we had tonight, then maybe Figgy could justify that minus 320 because he would have a better chance at catching and clipping that Cody. But that's not the Cody he's fighting tonight. With that being said, Figgy's power, that one-hit wobble of motherfucker kind of power, didn't transition from flyweight to bantamweight, in my personal opinion, and the rest of his physical attributes don't hold the weight that they held at flyweight, at bantamweight. These individuals are going to be, for the most part, bigger and more physically imposing than Figgy, which Cody is. Point blank period. That's just a fact. He's bigger. He's more physically imposing. He's more physically stronger. He's stronger in the wrestling exchanges. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I see Cody mixing in takedowns, being real methodical with his approach, being real mediocre with his volume on the feet, but doing everything he needs to do with his movement and his agility and his angles to stay away from anything that may be dangerous coming from Figgy and ride this thing out to a decision, man. So that again is why I said, man, I hope nobody bet on this fight, because Cody could very well cash it plus 240 by unanimous decision, plus 240 by submission. Cody gets this man down on the ground and gets on top of him. His top pressure, his top control is heavy at bantamweight and very good. You understand what I'm saying to you? His jiu-jitsu is nothing to be slept on neither. He could be putting this man in compromisable positions when he gets on top of him and possibly slip in something of his own to finish this inside the distance at plus 240. Too much going on and too many questions. I hope everybody stayed away, but if you didn't, good luck. You understand what I'm saying to you? Now, Bobby versus Jimmy. I still feel the same. The weigh-ins, the face-offs at the ceremonial weigh-ins, nothing changed for me. I'm feeling the vibe and I'm feeling the energy from Bobby's side, but I'm always feeling the vibe and feeling the energy from Bobby's side, as that's my guy. You understand what I'm saying to you? But I cannot let that fog my judgment when I go to the window. And when I went to the window, I bet on Jim Miller. I bet on Jim Miller to get it done inside the distance, or Jim Miller to get it done by unanimous decision. You understand what I'm saying to you? I understand that Bobby's going to be coming out there highly motivated with a higher volume output, running his motherfucking mouth and doing everything he can do to get Jimmy in his head and off his game. With that being said, while he's doing all of the above, he could very well possibly get clipped and put down, where Jimmy hops on him and takes him out via submission or ground and pound. Or while he's doing all of that jibber jabbing and throwing out his shots and talking his shit and trying to come at Jimmy's neck, I could see Jimmy slipping under one of those 1-2s or one of those combinations or one of those wild hooks and hitting a power double and putting him down and doing what he has to do to either end it inside the distance or win it by unanimous decision. All right, we're gonna move along, man. Where we at from there? I think we at Jessica and Marina. Women's MMA, I still feel the same way. I have absolutely no interest in this fight whatsoever, as I have no interest on either side of either one of these young ladies. careers in the past or moving forward. They just never been on my radar in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, with that being said, both of them are very well-rounded individuals. If I had to give a pick, I say Marina by split decision. I see her stuffing enough of Andrade's takedowns, and while Andrade puts out a higher volume on the feet, I see Marina able to avoid most of them incoming attacks while landing some of her own counters, sticking out her jab enough, sticking out the teep kicks, body kicks, and leg kicks enough, stuffing enough takedowns. You understand what I'm saying to you, to go ahead and walk away with this via split decision. You understand what I'm saying to you? Not a whole lot to talk about on that one, as I do not have a whole lot of interest in it now, nor will I have any interest in when they fight again, unless they're fighting somebody on the other side that does hold my interest. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that's with all due respect. Now, Jaylin versus Renato Moicano. Nothing changed for me at the weigh-ins, the ceremonial weigh-ins, face-offs, nothing. It's still all the same. I got Jalen Turner. I got Jalen Turner inside distance or by unanimous decision. I think he can get it done with strikes by knocking him out. I think he can club and sub him. You understand what I'm saying to you? I think he could sub him while Renato Moicano is shooting for one of his takedowns, or I think he can stuff enough takedowns, put Renato Moicano in enough compromisable positions when he does shoot for takedowns. You understand what I'm saying to you? That he negates, you know what I mean? He negates Renato from wanting to continue to take those takedowns. It stays on the feet. I could see him, you know, getting hit, getting wobbled, getting rocked, but surviving, while Jaylin, you know what I mean, gets taken down maybe once. You know what I mean? The second time he gets taken down, he puts him in a compromisable position and makes him, you know, step off of that. If he goes for another takedown, same situation, and Jaylin's able to keep it on the feet. Renato's able to survive the, you know, the strikes on the feet, and Jaylin wins it on the course. But I'm really seeing him win it by, you know, inside the distance, but I can see him winning it anywhere. You understand what I'm saying to you? I respect Renato Moicano. I respect his wrestling offense. I respect his jiu-jitsu offense and defense. I respect his striking. I respect every aspect of his game. With that being said, Jaylin is more dangerous. His guard is more active, and I respect everything on his side of things to get this fight finished or to get this victory secured. Sadiq versus Diego. Nothing really bad to say about Diego other than that he's going to lose this fight. You understand what I'm saying to you? Do I respect the win over Pat Sabatini? I do, because I respect Pat Sabatini, his body of work, and you know, his whole camp, his whole team, his coaches and everything. You understand what I'm saying to you? But with that being said, this is a different fight. You understand? He caught Pat Sabatini with a nasty knee coming in, Pat trying to get it to the ground, and did what he did to get Pat up out of there. This is a different fight. If anybody gets clipped and dropped to the ground, I see it being Diego. I see Sadiq clipping this man and putting him down. You understand what I'm saying too? But I honestly, I see it going to decision, and I see it being a unanimous decision and Sadiq winning. Diego's not really one to shoot for takedowns. He does attempt quite a few submissions when people do shoot on him. With that being said, I see Sadiq keeping it on the feet. If he did decide to secure and lock up a takedown at the end of a round, I don't see him putting himself in any danger on the Diego side of things. And I see him walking away with this fight. I think he's being overlooked, man. I'm a fan of Sadiq, and I think he gets it done tonight. Understand what I'm saying to you? Now, with that being said, we're on to the Holly versus Kayla fight. Women's MMA. I highly advised everybody to stay away from this fight for a lot of reasons, and I hope y'all did. If any of y'all choose to bet on it, good luck. You understand what I'm saying to you? Holly Holm is not no chump. I said it before. I think she's very capable, even at 39 years old, of making this fight right here look similar to the Ronda Rousey fight. She is not to be played with on the feet. Her striking accuracy, her striking credentials, period, are not to be played with. Like Kayla's wrestling and grappling credentials are not to be played with, but it starts on the feet. And if you're trying to throw a couple strikes at Holly to mix in that takedown, you better hope that you don't whiff on that strike and get spun around and caught like Ronda did. This is a kickboxer against a motherfucking, this is a striker against someone who's trying to get it to the ground. By all means necessary, in my opinion, she's not winning this fight on the feet. She needs to get it to the ground. Holly's no chump with her takedown defense. And what people don't know, like Holly, not only has she been in this kickboxing and been in combat sports for decades, you understand what I'm saying to you, but she, long before coming to the UFC or mixed martial arts, she was over there training in the same gym with John Jones, exposed to MMA wrestling, and all aspects of MMA long before making her transition into MMA. Like, this isn't a woman to be slept on in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And if Kayla is unable to secure takedowns early, it could be a big fucking problem for her. You understand what I'm saying to you? And Holly could walk away with this thing on a split decision. If she's piecing up on the feet and doing damage on the feet, and Kayla's got like a less than 50% takedown accuracy, she's not getting it done when she gets the takedowns, like, this could be a fucking problem. Or it could be an easy night for Kayla, and that's just that with that. She keeps it fucking moving, man. But I need to see her body at work inside the UFC octagon first. You understand what I'm saying to you? Calvin versus Aljo. I'm an Aljo guy. That's my man. That's my homie. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I won't go against the grain. The pick is Aljo. Is Calvin a tough task? He absolutely is. 100%. That takedown defense is nothing to be overlooked. But with that being said, it's not like Aljo just locks up 100. He's not Khabib and jokers. You feel me? Aljo has a very, very, very low, like 24% takedown accuracy, but that doesn't stop him from shooting 15 or 20 times over the course of 15 minutes. You understand what I'm saying to you? He may only lock up 2, but he shoots 20 fucking times. So he's shooting on you 18 more times that you're defending. And while you're defending, if you're defending 18 takedowns, if you succumb to 2 takedowns, there's a control time that he earns from that. If there's 18 more takedowns that you're defending, and by whatever chance while you're defending him, he gets you up against the cage and has you, in defense mode for, like, he's just taking time off of the clock with every single individual attempt, and he knows it. He knows he's not getting every one of them down. He knows his accuracy isn't like that. He's not even fully committing to every one of them, but he's putting them in there. He's adding them in there with the high volume of strikes. Now, me personally, I'm hoping his gas tank is all the way up to par. I could see a night where Aljo runs away with the first round, just runs away with it, throwing in his strikes, dipping under a strike from Calvin's, getting on his back, backpacking him for 90 seconds. You understand what I'm saying to you? Maybe not getting this, but backpacking him, you know what I mean? Attempting 3 or 4 takedowns, only getting 1, you know what I mean? But out-voluming him, out-striking him in the first round, landing a takedown or 2 in the first round, attempting a half a dozen other more takedowns in the first round, so he secures the first round. Second round, he comes out the same way for the first 4 minutes. For the first 4 minutes. You understand what I'm saying to you? And then starts to slow down. That gas starts to go out, and Calvin catches him and cracks him. And it's kind of like, damn, we know Aljo got the first, and he ran away with the first 4 minutes, but the way that second ended, I don't know, it's gonna be kind of crazy with the judges. And third comes, and it's really kind of Calvin. Like, this could be both names getting read off, and Aljo taking a split decision. You understand what I'm saying to you? I think Aljo wins. I'm believing in Aljo to step up to featherweight and step up to it fully prepared. You understand? Because that's what I'm expecting out of him. You understand what I'm saying to you? And to come out here and show out. With that being said, Calvin's a fucking problem. I talked about that 9 minutes, that first 5 in the first, that first 4 in the second, and then losing that gas and having somebody like Calvin still fucking standing there, because somebody like Calvin, unless you choke him out, he's still gonna be fucking standing there. You understand what I'm saying to you? He took about 450 fucking shots from Max. Max landed about 450 shots in that fight. You understand what I'm saying to you? The boy is durable, and he can take a hell of a licking. And if he's still standing when you're done giving, it can be a real fucking problem for you for the rest of the fucking night. You understand what I'm saying to you? And he could get Aljo out of there in the third. This shit could happen. But that's the homie, and I'm not going against the grain. So I'm rocking with Aljo. I advise everybody else, like I did prior, to stay the fuck away from this fight, though. I hope nobody bet on it. And if y'all did, because there was too many questions, but if y'all did, good luck, man. Next is Yuri versus Alexander. I'm not a fan of Alexander. Not really high on Yuri. I do think Yuri's a little bit more dangerous, though. Alexander is a little bit more of a tactician. He's a little bit more technical. You understand what I'm saying to you? But Yuri is going to force the fight. He's going to force his hand. He's going to put him into a messy fight. He's going to put him into a fight that he's not really comfortable in. And in the process, he's going to mix in takedowns. Watch what I tell you. Yuri's going to mix in takedowns. He's going to get this man to the ground. He's going to attempt some submissions. He's going to rack up control time. And Yuri's going to win this fight by unanimous decision. If he doesn't finish him inside the distance, Yuri's going to win this fight by unanimous decision. You understand what I'm saying to you? And we moving on. Bo versus Cody. No, I mean, I hope nobody bet on this fight, you know what I mean? But if you did, I hope you took my advice in my one video and you dropped Bo's drop Bo's minus 3,000 money line all the way down to minus 105 by him getting it done via submission, or plus 145 by him getting it done via knockout. Because playing the money line or playing the double chance at minus 700, playing anything else was just unplayable to me. You understand what I'm saying to you? And the pick is Bo, but that's because he's fighting Cody. You understand what I'm saying to you? If Bo doesn't finish Cody inside the distance, inside these 15 minutes, the pick will never be Bo again in any way, shape, form, or fashion, because it will let me know what level Bo is on, where he's at, and where he belongs. You understand what I'm saying to you? I personally feel like you need to feed this young. If you feel like he's built like that, feed this young man to Shavkat. Feed this young man to Hamzat. Then take it light on him and feed him to somebody like Sean Brady, Neil Magny. You understand what I'm saying to you? But give him some competition, man. Like, for real. And then tap in and we'll talk about him a little bit more. But as of right now, the pick's Bo because he's fighting Cody. I personally think Shavkat's that guy. I think he beats Hamzat inside the distance or by unanimous decision. That man's a fucking savage. But pick's gonna beat Bo until he gets himself up to a higher level of competition. But I highly recommend this to y'all. For any of y'all that pick Bo, if Bo wins, but doesn't win inside the distance, and he wins by decision, don't you never bet on him again. Don't you be the motherfucking dummy a few months from now when we catch him against somebody else and that money line's more appealing, so you have a parlay party with this motherfucker and he fucks up everything for you. That money line's gonna be more appealing because that competition is gonna be up at a better level, and he fuck around, get smoked inside the first 7 minutes and fuck everything up for everybody. So tread lightly, man. Moving along. Where we at with it, man? Charles versus Arman. Still the same, man. I'm still picking Charles Oliveira. I still respect his body of work way more than I respect Arman's. Arman looked completely fucking jacked at the weigh-ins and at the ceremonial weigh-ins for the face-offs and all that. But I still like the Charles side of things, and I still like Charles to get it done inside the distance or by unanimous decision. You understand what I'm saying to you? Hey, that's just how I feel about that. I think Charles is better everywhere except for the wrestling and grappling exchanges. But with that being said, I believe Charles's jiu-jitsu guard, his active guard, will negate the success of Arman's grappling and wrestling. Like, I don't think he's going to have much wrestling or grappling success. I think when he attempts to do that, Charles is going to put him in some submission attempts and some compromisable situations that he doesn't want to fucking be in, that he feels uncomfortable in. So then he's going to, you know what I mean, spend a little bit more time on the feet than his original game plan called for. And he could possibly get clipped, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? If not, I could see Charles walking away with the unanimous decision. It's just going to be, I think he's the far more dangerous individual on his feet. Can he get caught? Can he get clipped? Yes. Can Arman get caught? Can Arman get clipped? Yes. It's happened before. We're not talking about somebody who's never been finished. You understand what I'm saying to you? So with that being said, I see him getting finished again, man. Inside the distance by Charles Oliveira. You understand what I'm saying to you? Don't let some of these motherfuckers grappling and wrestling backgrounds steer you towards the thought that they can't get caught. Like Hamzat can't get caught. Like Khabib couldn't have gotten caught. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like this individual can't get caught. Like Islam can't get caught. These individuals have been caught. Islam was caught, knocked the fuck out. Khabib went crazy. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like Arman could get caught, knocked the fuck out, and folk might go crazy, but like, it's how the ball bounce and the cookie crumble. You understand what I'm saying to you? Charles Oliveira had been fighting inside the UFC ever since Arman Sarukian entered the mixed martial arts conversation. The level of competition has been undeniably uncomparable, and although Arman has fared very well at this level of competition, minus his hiccup to Matus Gamrot, I don't see him getting past Charles Oliveira later on this evening. Justin versus Max. The pick is Max. For me, it's undeniably Max. Over 5 rounds for the BMF title, it's Max. Justin, he's been rocked. He's been wobbled on quite a few occasions. He's been knocked the fuck out on a couple occasions. Max, you can't say that about Max. And although he was fighting down a weight class, you understand what I'm saying to you? The volume over this 5 rounds, in my personal opinion, is going to be heavy in Max's side. And for those of y'all thinking that Justin's just going to come out there and chop at his legs a couple times and slow all that movement down, Volkanovski and a whole lot of other motherfuckers thought they were just going to chop Max's legs and slow him the fuck down too. It doesn't happen. That man is agile as fuck. His movement, his head movement, his angles, everything about what Max does, he embraces the violence and goes straight into the fucking fire. And I'm not saying that Justin doesn't. I'm just saying that Max is going to last longer. He's going to put it on Justin. And I wouldn't be the half bit of surprised, not the least bit of surprised, if Max went out there and made this fight look like he made the Calvin fight look. Don't be mad at me. Come back and chew me up in the comments if it don't happen. But if it do, I'm telling you, man, Max is that guy. This ain't Max that fought Dustin Poirier on short notice for all kinds of reasons. One of them being, you know, when I came into the UFC in the featherweight division, Dustin submitted me. Like, I want that back. Like, he finished me. I want that back. You understand what I'm saying to you? I got an opportunity to get that back, and it's fighting up a weight class, and it's just this, that, and the third. There was so much going on. Max took it. But this is Max with muscle mass. Body mass. This is Max fully prepared to be at 155 pounds and bang out for the BMF title for 5 rounds. And I got him hands down walking away with that title. You understand what I'm saying to you? Inside the distance or unanimous decision, man. Max is the pick. Zhang versus Yan. I'm telling y'all, leave these women's MMA fights alone. Zhang at minus 500 and something. She's not justifying that, man. She's not justifying it. She's not clipping this girl and knocking her out, not in my personal opinion. I could see Yan coming off a stiff jab with a high kick and putting her down the same way Rose did, to be absolutely honest with you. They're too similar in too many ways, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I trust Yan's wrestling defense to stuff enough of Zhang's takedown attempts to keep it on the feet where it's going to be extremely competitive, that I'm still calling this one a draw. High-level women's MMA for the belt, it's going to be a draw, man. Very least split decision, but I don't know which way that would go. I'm calling a draw. Alex versus motherfucking Jamal, man. I'm still rocking with my guy Jamal. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm rocking with him till the wheels fall off. Ain't no use in going against the grain now. I'm not letting nothing nobody else says about Jamal or about Alex sway my decision. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's Jamal. It's Jamal inside the distance. It's Jamal by unanimous decision, man. Alex went 5 rounds with Izzy before clipping. When he clipped Izzy, he clipped him in the 5th round, right? He went 5 rounds with Izzy before clipping him. Both of them young men strikes 100 and something out of 100 and something. You understand what I'm saying to you? Jamal, even when he went rounds with the other boy who's trying to take him down, the numbers just weren't the same. Like Jamal, when he went to the 5 rounds with Glover, you understand what I'm saying to you? Glover shot 20 something, 18 times or some shit like that. 20 times, something stupid like that. And fucking, and Maul stuffed like 3 out of 20. He might have got like 3 out of 18 takedowns. Glover might have got 3 out of 18 takedowns against Jamal over 5 rounds. But while dealing with Glover coming at him, locking up 3 takedowns, defending another 15 takedowns, this man still put up close to 250 strikes on Glover. You understand what I'm saying to you? The volume's gonna be different. The power, it's gonna be different, man. I know Alex is a powerhouse. I know he got a nasty check hook. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm not taking anything from this young man or his kickboxing background or credentials. I'm talking about his chin. I'm talking about his durability. I'm talking about the dog he's gonna have barreling at him with an unlimited amount of volume, violence, and bad intentions coming his way, who's got a chin, who's got the youth on his side. You understand what I'm saying to you? Maybe only about a couple years, but he's got it. And all that we talk about Alex Pereira and his kickboxing background and all this, that, and the third, and we're using this for all the reasons why he's going to fucking dust off Jamal on Saturday and all this, that, and the third, man. Let's also use that for while that man's chin is that much more gone. How many kickboxing fights has he got? How many times he been touched on that fucking chin? How many MMA fights he got on top of his kickboxing fights? Again, how many times he been touched on that chin? And he's been knocked the fuck out before. You understand what I'm saying to you? The wear and the motherfucking tear is on Alex's side of things, man. And I get it. People were thinking he's going what? Catch him like he caught Sean Strickland. Jamal Hill is not Sean Strickland. You understand what I'm saying to you? The approach to the fight is going to be completely different than when Sean Strickland fought this young man. Jamal cracks, and all it takes is for him to crack him once. And I honestly see, in my personal opinion, him finding that jab. And when he finds that motherfucking jab the first time and he feels it the way he likes it, he's going to throw it out there the second time and then come down the fucking pipe with it too. And he going to hit Alex right on that fucking soup cooler or right on that schnapp box and wobble him back. And the moment he does, he's going to come in for the kill, man. Alex isn't going to have anything left in him to and hit a check hook, man, because he's going to be going back like this and Jamal's already going to flurry in on him and he's going to put him out. Is there a night, is there an instant where Jamal gets caught and put to sleep? It's his fighting. You absolutely fucking right. We can't rule it out. But I'm calling Jamal for the win, man. I'm calling Jamal's chin to be durable enough for what he does get touched with, but Alex Pereira's chin not to be durable enough for what he gets touched with. You understand what I'm saying to you? With that being said, that's that with that, man. We ran through it. It's an epic night get ready to take place. I hope everybody's tuned in. I appreciate anybody that tapped in. I'm gonna be tapping in a little bit later on and scheduling my live for tomorrow at probably like around 11 in the morning, where I'm gonna break down the fights for next week and we can talk a little bit about what happened tonight. You understand what I'm saying to you? But yeah, that's that with that. That's how the ball bounces and the cookie crumble, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Enjoy UFC 300, man.